Good morning, everyone. Hope you are doing good. Uh, we are we are going to discuss about two tricky ethical dilemmas. Let's start with the first one. This case involving Mrs. Kuala from Megatrend Berhad. Pirevin, can you give us a quick rundown of what happened?
Sure, Irene. So, Miss Kuala, who's the external auditor to Mega Trend Berhad, discovered that the company record fake invoice to inflate their profits. When she questioned the CFO about it, he offered her a reward, basically a bribe, to keep quiet about the issue.
That's seriously unethical. Accepting any form of reward to hide financial manipulation would violate multiple professional principles, especially integrity, objectivity, and professional behavior.
Exactly. It's clear attempt to compromise her independence as an auditor. If she stays silent, she's not just breaking ethical rules. She also helping one device shareholder and the public.
Good points, everyone. So let's think practically. If we were in her shoes, what would be the right course of action?
First, she needs to document everything properly. Every meeting, every conversation, any evidence that suggests manipulation. According to ISA 240, she is responsible for considering fraud during an audit.
And she should report it to the next level, maybe to the audit committee or the board of directors. If the board of directors itself are involved, then external authorities might have to step in.
Yeah, and ignoring it could restore public trust. Remember, the whole professional depends on credibility. If auditor can be bought, no one will believe financial reporting anymore.
Exactly, Sarvesh. Ethics protects the reputation of the entire profession. Mrs. Kuala should reject any inducement, gather enough audit evidence, and explain it properly. That's how she demonstrates independence and courage as a professional auditor. It's that's all from the part of case one. Now we are going to discuss about the case two. It's about the subsidiary company case. Harisha, can you start from this one?
Okay, in this case, the subsidiary made some suspicious overseas payments and tried to hide environmental penalties. Management even instructed the accounting staff to adjust payable ledger to cover it up.
That's another serious breach of ethics. We are talking about violations of the last four keys principles, such as integrity, objectivity, professional competence, and due care and professional behavior.
Agree. There also a possibility of buried of corruption involved. The auditor needs to identify the facts carefully. Things like the nature of the payments, who approves them, and whether there any false documentation.
Plus, management override of controls is a huge red flag. It's one of the main indicator of fraud in any audit engagement.
Right, everyone. So, what should the audit team do next if they suspect management is covering up something illegal?
They could communicate with the audit committee immediately. If the matter involves potential illegal, it may violence, it may even be necessary to inform regulation or seek legal advice.
And we should maintain professional skepticism throughout the process. That means not just taking management's word for it, but verifying every transaction, every explanation, and every single document.
Exactly. Sometimes management might pressure auditors to adjust findings, but that's where we must stay firm. Our job is to report the truth, not to please anyone.
That's right, attitude. Audit quality depends on our independence and courage to speak when something is wrong. Even if it's uncomfortable, we must do what's right. Now we are done from discussing about the two cases. Before we wrap up, I want everyone to share their takeaway from today's discussion. What's the main lesson you have learned from these two cases? Anyone?
For me, it's about standing firm in our values. Ethical ensures fairness and honesty, no matter how much pressure we face from clients and superiors.
I learned that standards like ISA 240 and the MIA bylaws are not just theory. They actually guide us in making sound decisions when things get tough.
My takeaway is integrity and professional behavior are the art from our work. Without them, even the most accurate financial report become meaningless.
Well said, everyone. As auditor, our reputation is everything. Once trust is broken, it's hard to rebuild. Always remember, being ethical isn't about just being following rules. It's about doing the right thing and even when no one's watching.
Thanks, Irene. That was a really insightful discussion.
Yeah, I feel like understand better now how ethics plays out in real audit situations.
Same here, this case really shows that being an auditor means having both technical and moral cause.
Exactly, team. Great job today. Let's carry that ethical mindset into our next audit engagement. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank you.
everyone.